The following is a presentation of MRE UNO, Division 1.
Alright, and hello everyone to our first of two games today for the MRE UNO D1 March Madness. I am your streamer for tonight, G-Man, and tonight we got two great matches going. First one up tonight will be KT versus Haseem Acosta, which will be coming to you live on the MRE UNO channel. And then later tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in the MRE UNO Discord, we got Shearer and Austin Plant in the Challenger Road region. That's been a very chaotic region so far, and a very chaotic matchup in itself. So make sure we watch out for that, and that's going to be a great matchup to look forward to. I don't have much to say in terms of the matchup since we only got two, so we're going to take a look at the bracket pod here. We see winner will go on to face the winner of DJ Curtis and Brock, which will happen Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be another good matchup to watch out for. But overall, we don't have a lot of knowledge on who's going to be advancing into the Sweet 16 in this pod here. So we're going to figure out who's going to be the one on top. It's going to be a best of 7 series like in the round of 64. So yeah, again, don't really have a ton to say since we only have two matches, and I think we should just get straight to the action. We're going to bring it over to the stream right here, which we're going to go for a second. I just noticed that I'm gonna change that. But anyways, oh crap, what happened there? Nope. That's not it. I don't know what's happening. What the heck is happening? There we go. Okay. That was not appearing for a second, but we are back. But yeah, interesting matchup. I have my co-commentators Charles Sanford and Yoshi Awesome here with our players Costa and KT here. I mean, KT's been the #1 seed in this region, and honestly, overall, we're expecting a lot from him. But we've seen how chaotic this tournament's been so far. What are your expectations going into this match? So I'm going to quickly fix the stream layout.
I think that was to me. I'll answer it anyway. For this one, it's a matter of KT knows he's been watching every match. He knows how chaotic it's been. So he's not going to take Acosta lightly here. For Acosta, he showed a lot of looks last round with his match against Fitzwar because it went so long, which means KT had a lot of tape to be able to view. For Acosta, he's going to have to definitely change it up to try and get the W here. I expect a good match for Acosta. Anytime he's lost, it's gone the full distance. So I don't see any reason why this can't be a 4-3 KT win here. Have Acosta keep up that trend of losing really well.
Absolutely. But the thing got to note is that, again, as you might have said before, Acosta got his first win last round in the series, so great stuff for him. He's got good momentum going into this, but he's never been in this second round situation really in this league. He's always been the one who gets out in the first round of the last season, but he's starting off strong this season with a round 1 in the round of 64, and now he's in the round of 32, and he's going up against KT, the big boss. Yoshi, what do you think the expectations are for Acosta going into this, and do you think he could get his second career series win in MRE?
So yeah, I don't want to underestimate Acosta and all because the way he beat Fitzwater was really good. But it's gonna take a lot for him to take out KT because we know, KT, he's definitely a character where you could it's hard to predict how he's gonna play. He could play any style and adapt. He could play any style and do it well. He knows almost every matchup. And just has has a lot of data compared to others. So it's it's really on like how Acosta kind of plays into KT's strategy. I think that's what's going to come down to. I think he's a good player for sure. He's got potential to get this done, but um, we'll see. I expect a good match though.
Absolutely. We're gonna break it down to the players before we start. KT had a bit of a chaotic round one there with Radin. Did get the sweep there in that matchup. Definitely a matchup you said personally you wish to move on from. Got a new opponent here in Acosta, who has a bit of momentum going in with that first win. How are you feeling going into this matchup? And is the game plan the same as always?
Yeah, game plan is always going to be interesting, right? Costa, you look at 2 hours and 17 hours of game tape. I studied all 2 hours and 17, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of gambling that was being done in that last game, so I have to make sure I don't fall into that. As far as the last game, look, I know Acosta, he's my brother. You know, even though he's from New York, we're having a great time. We're not going to be friends on this table, but off the table, we good. So I expect him to have a very well-composed, well-respected game. He knows not to poke the bear. I'm always respectful if you give me the respect. So we'll make sure to keep it clean on that end. But at the end of the day, you got to enjoy the moment, right? Gee, there's so many people that have been falling out of grace. You got to enjoy the moment. You know, this is check. I'm in check tonight. Yepez can possibly checkmate me if I lose this game and win top legend. That's the motivation. All I need to go out there and make it happen. And let's get it, baby. Let's go to Acosta and we'll move on.
All right, we will do that. Acosta has some background noise there, but that's all good. Acosta, you're coming off your first win in the series. Now you're going up against probably a bigger challenge in KT, but you, in a way, KT and Fitzy both have that same experience with Uno. So what do you think you're going to take from the Fitzy win and use it in terms of trying to find a way to get the win here without revealing too much of your gameplay?
Well, when I had my match with Fitzy, it was a bunch of gambling, which all of us did. You know, we did huge risks, but KT over here, he's one of the best, I want to say, and so I will have to be skeptical to what I want to play against him in this series.
Fair enough. Again, we're going to be running a best of 7 here like last round. KT's going to have the home field advantage, and I think we're good to go here. So we're going to give Charles Sanford the game 1 call here to start this series out.
Okay. KT, you know the drill by now. Everything's on the table. What would you like game 1?
Kevin 11, baby.
Kevin 11 it is. All right. So KT starting out with an 11 card start here. Definitely a little bit on the higher side of the range, but still in that mid range in a way. So getting a bit of a feel out to start things out. Costa's going to join up. And we are going to get things started here once KT starts the game. And there we are. We're going to start with a green reverse. I do recall we started on a green reverse one of the games last night here, so that is going to be the second time within 24 hours that green reverse is going to have the start here. But KT's going to start it off cool with a green 8. Doesn't want to go too crazy to start out. That's usually what we expect out of KT.
Yeah, not surprised that it's a green 8.
Gotta see what the response is to Acosta. Last night in Turner Ard, we saw a lot of early color switches off the initial color switch, so I'm not sure if we're going to see the same here. We're going to see something different, but so far we're going to run the green to start out. And KT draws. Interesting.
So obviously, if you're Acosta, you probably want to try and roll with it here a little bit. KT were to have swapped off, I wouldn't have said that he was out of green, but I think he's drawn on it.
Acosta's going to keeps running green 4, and KT's going to keep drawing here. So interesting call to start out with. KT could be out of green, but you really never know with him as we welcome Alex into the VC call. But yeah, Acosta.
Well, it's either out of green or only has action cards in green.
Well, yeah. Acosta,
I mean, you never really know.
They kind of said that, but Acosta loading up here. Taking a bit to type it out, and it's going to be a color switch.
Oh, there's a free up.
And Casey's gonna go with a yellow 4 here. Interesting.
Preps 4 there.
Double swap. Will this be Skittles?
I mean, the Skittles this early in the game, we've seen it before, but I'm not sure if we're
Not
gonna go that
usually.
because blue and yellow don't really have anything. In Acosta doesn't have anything on yellow.
That is peculiar.
Casey's gonna run the
Zero
yellow
sugar.
Good call there, the yellow 0. The hardest card to switch the color off of, so I think if he wants to keep running the yellow, that's a good play there. And there's the red.
Well,
So, as Sanford would say, that's Pandora's box.
actually, I got that one from KT, truthfully.
You're more popular with the term, so.
So yes, this Pandora's box opens. We've seen all 4 colors now. KT with the red 5.
I think we're just gonna run red here. So far, we haven't really seen anything crazy. That could change because that's usually what happens when I say that. But no, it's gonna be
Ditto play.
Ditto. So there you go. And KT's gonna draw on the Ditto. So interesting there. But again,
Just ran dry.
Not a lot of special cards early. Been kind of.
Well, that's
running
not
smooth
surprise from
numbers.
KT's side. It's good discipline from Acosta as well. So to try and kind of hang on to him, you don't usually want to kind of give KT extra ammo because he's going to be one of the better ones with it. So
That's true. KT's usually someone who holds on to his ammo dearly. And we're gonna get another switch in the green 9 here, going back to green. Acosta did switch off this earlier, so I'm wondering if he has any green left.
going to be a test, yeah.
And no, he does not.
Does not. Okay, fails the test.
And Casey's just gonna draw there, so
A little bit of a KT classic there.
in a way, but yeah, I think we're gonna go into our first draw city of the game here.
Yep, population.
Off the draw.
Yes.
Off the draw, so
Maybe not.
maybe
Hold
not.
off on that for a moment as the 1 down.
Again, we see a lot of those off the draws here, and sometimes it ends up breaking it and getting a color switch or something like that, and sometimes it just keeps it going, so. Gonna see what Acosta does here. He's looking for an 8 of any color that's not green to get off here, because unless he drew a green off the draw here and wants to maybe get rid of that, I think he's looking for a switch here, but we'll see.
Took his time to go and load up the card here. We close in on the 5-minute mark of this first game.
Green 7. Alright, so we're going for a countdown here. Now back to green 9.
Never mind.
So KT has decided he wants to keep the draw city going.
As we get rid of both of the green 9s now. So that's 2 of the 9s out of the way.
I will say that is a good hold there. I do like that play. So I'm assuming Acosta's going to draw here, but maybe he did get a 9 off the draw, or maybe he could play something like a wild here. But no, we get a green skip. Interesting. That's the first special card of the game, and it's going to be a run. And Acosta's going to look to get down to 4, maybe even more.
I doubt this would be a run to the finish, truthfully. And if it is, all power be impressive job.
Blue reverse down to 3.
Yeah, well, this is going for 3, because that's the triple.
I'm wondering if this 2, this
Quad?
could be it.
That was a quad to get to
He's down
3.
to 3, yeah.
Quad to get to 3. Yeah, because the table check was he was at 5 and then he played the reverse.
Oh, thanks, Pod.
I still think this
Haha.
could be... No, it's going to be only the 2.
Yup.
Alright.
Alright.
A lot of ammo to use up, but didn't give any extra cards at least to KT, so. Okay. Acosta have Uno.
Or did he run it dry? He ran it dry.
Yeah. I'm not even surprised.
And
KT now is going to make up the ground a little bit.
When's the last time we checked table?
like a
Like
minute ago.
just 2 minutes ago. A minute ago, yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
confused. I got confused by the table blue skip. And I thought it was
did
2.
that.
So. And Acosta gets
Oh.
a slight bail there, gets to escape with the red 1 there, but does KT have anything to fight back? He has a yellow
He
1.
does.
And based off
Also
what
didn't
the
like
pass
that color
was,
earlier.
yeah. So might
A
not be
little
good
bit of a
for
mini
Acosta,
test
but-
again.
Yeah, and Acosta's just kind of in a tailwind right now. KT's gonna keep it yellow, but Acosta kind of in the tailwind right now. Kind of needs to get things situated, or otherwise this game's gonna be over very soon. And that's gonna be
Acosta's
another
still
draw.
drawing dead. As R joins us.
KT just doubles up.
WL2, very good
Little
play.
play.
I mean, KT's
One of
kind of got the control right now here. Acosta's just trying to figure out how to get out of this draw right now.
Is
Let's
definitely
go
that's like
to-
one of the better Ditto plays to like
Yeah.
of all Ditto plays. That's definitely one of the best ways to do Ditto.
Absolutely. It's gonna be a yellow 8, and how many cards does KT have? I don't think it's that many. He's gonna be at Uno here, maybe, but
And KT is
Maybe
one
not.
to definitely sneak Uno in.
so I'm not sure.
But he could?
Costa draws, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My god.
I said it was like I was like, oh wait, he's trying to sneak. Like I almost spoiled that. So I kind of
Well,
myself.
hey, to be fair, I even said he's one to sneak it in. I mean,
He was one to sneak it in.
Yeah,
I will say.
but KT does the sneak there. Acosta doesn't catch it, and yeah, I mean KT just kind of controlled the game for like the last 2 minutes there. And I think he's posting his
came up
hands.
just
so-
shy of the 9-minute mark too.
Yeah, a lot of
That's
numbers
all I
there.
had.
That was not a lot of special cards here. It seemed like the wilds were very dry this game. Didn't play a single one, but KT, what was the idea behind the sneak Uno there? And apologies if I almost spoiled that.
Would have had to give you maybe a little bit of a slap in the face of next time we met. Nah, anyway, it's all good, man. I never seen a hand like that. I usually think with 11 cards, this game reminded me a lot of Yepez when we did a 15-card starter, and I just had to go back into memory. I'm like, KT, be patient. KT, be patient. KT, be patient. Because with Yepez, I remember that one game was 15 cards. I'm like, holy snap, there's no action cards. So I had to really be patient and divine with it. But I got lucky because my opponent didn't have anything. So the bot was playing fairly. That was fair because it's very rare to win on an all-number hand. But you know me, man. When you give me all numbers, most of the time I know how to make magic. So that's the nice thing about the way I play the game. But the sneak attack, it's always in my arsenal. I normally wouldn't do that game 1, but when you give me all numbers, I got to try something different. So that was it. Thanks, G.
All right, fair enough. But it seemed like both hands were relatively fair at the start of this game. No +4s, no +2s, no any of that. So mostly number cards for the most part. Maybe a few skips and reverses here and there, but Acosta go down 1 early. You seem to be in control, but then as the moment you kind of had that color switch there, it seemed like you kind of got spent into a tailspin and things kind of fell out of control. What adjustments do you think you need to make to correct course and get back on track for game 2?
Probably just some jitters, I believe. Just because I probably should have held off on early on in the match with having the green skip and the blue skip and the blue reverses. So I probably should have held off on my reverses because on the later part of the match I had, I think, one green card and another one, but KT just didn't want to switch off, so just bad luck for me.
Fair enough. And Acosta, not the first one to have jitters with these stream matches. We've seen that with a few different people, and there's been mixed results with how people deal with that. So, on that note, we're gonna give the game 2 call to, let's go with Yoshi. So Yoshi can take the game 2 call here.
Alright, KT. So game 2, you can't have your signature. What?
No, keep going, keep going.
Okay, sorry. So KT, you have the call for game 2. You can't do your signature. How many would you like?
We'll go 1 up this time. 12 pack.
Alright, so we're going 12 here. Also, Yoshi, like, your mic was, like, really echoing, so, like, I kind of just got...
I thought he was just standing away from the mic.
Okay, yeah, something happened. Hold on.
I thought it was, like, in, like, an empty room.
I thought it was in the bathroom.
Okay. So Acosta's gonna join here. It's
KT joins up. We wait for Acosta.
Okay, how about now?
I mean, it was
No, it's
fine,
good,
and
it's
then
good.
it wasn't.
Alright, well, KT's gonna join here.
I think we're good for the start. It's just a matter of whether or not Yoshi's.
No,
mic
we're good.
wants
We're
to sound
good. We're good. It's just
Okay.
Yoshi had a slight mic issue, but it's all right. Okay. Ard has already fallen asleep in its game 2, so we're off to a great start with Sean Ard's viewing experience. But starting with a red 5 here. KT says no. He
Immediate
wants a blue 5.
swap. Not gonna say that means that KT doesn't have red, but
I mean, that doesn't always necessarily mean it. You can still have red, but maybe you just want, like, a different start to start out with, and maybe get back to that color later. We'll see. But, green 5 here. Yellow 5 will make the rainbow.
Asta doesn't want the blue, which, based off of the first game, wow,
Ooh,
hello.
No, there will be no
Quad
rainbow.
5, so that's both red 5s off the table.
And again, I think that's kind of the idea behind the early switch there, because he was able to go back to the red with the 5 there. So, kind of a double up, but now he's going to run red. And that's going to be another double. There's going to be a double right there. But Costa's able to run red so far, so not that surprising since it's 12 cards, but may not be able to run it as long as he's hoping for, so we'll have to see. And it's going to be a red skip.
Oh, how about that?
And
okay.
that's going to be a double up of his own.
And both red skips off the table now.
Sure, we're getting a lot of stuff off the table here early, so it's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening to the rest of this game. But I have a lot of double ups here. And green 8, so we're going back to green here. That is the color Acosta switched to, so might be able to run it a bit.
One would think so, at least.
And he does green 2. And KT's going to do a bit of a run here. Or just a double up. Yeah, not really any runs so far. Just kind of been doubling things up with for KT. Playing it cool. Haven't seen any wilds yet. And Acosta's going to switch to the yellow, so that's going to be all 4 colors revealed. So we'll see how that plays. Yellow 8.
Another 8.
I mean, KT's kind of just on cruise control right now. I don't think he's drawn once yet so far this game. And Acosta with the yellow 2. And just as I say that, KT draws for the first time in the game. I have something with commentary curse. I don't know why, but I just do. But we'll see if Acosta keeps running it or if we enter draw city. Acosta taking a bit to figure out what the next play he wants to do here. This is an interesting spot because sometimes when the opponent draws and maybe you don't have, I guess in your head, a clear path, you have a few options on the table for what you do with next. Sometimes you just keep it going. Sometimes there could be a draw. And I think that's one of the principles with Uno. Drawing isn't always a bad thing. See, Costa's going to be typing here, and he's going to throw it down a yellow +2 here.
Yeah, drawing's definitely not a bad thing, especially if you get to Uno and then you bail out with the +4 or something like that.
That too. But in terms of drawing, KT's going to draw some more here, and that's going to be +6.
Well, this is maybe a little bit counterproductive for Acosta.
That's
Let's
7.
see.
Don't hate it. I don't think we're in a comeback territory, but maybe a table check's coming in soon.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think we are.
Because KT played way too many cards to really be
Yeah.
that far. I mean, KT will tell us, obviously.
But Costa's down to 2. But did he run it
And
dry?
so KT would have been at 11.
Yeah, no, not even close. But did Acosta run it dry, or is he going to Uno here? Or could he do the classic +4 into game?
Could. Might give us a series in that way, at least.
And as I say, he did the classic +4 in the game. We have been seeing that a lot. So that's going to be 1-1 there. Acosta takes that one.
Just shy of the 5-minute mark.
Absolutely. Acosta, I got 2 questions for you. One, was that +4 from the start? And 2, how are you feeling after getting one back?
For the first question, yes, the +4 was from the start. And feeling good. Feeling good. I was hoping to go a little bit longer, but I'm pretty sure that's the first match I had that went under 5 minutes, so.
You know, that's not always a bad thing, because sometimes you got to have that quick pace, as we've seen with some of the players in this league. KT lost that one, will not get the sweep, unfortunately, although I don't think that's really the biggest of your concerns. Didn't seem like... Stanford, can you take this question? The fire alarm just went off.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I actually had a follow-up question, basically. Costa, was there anything that you learned from game 1 that you were able to apply there? And either to game 2 or just in general?
Probably switching the colors early on of what KT was winning the first match is where I had some cards where I didn't let out, or rather give up early on. But this match, he wanted to skip me earlier, and I just responded with my own, so.
And for KT, was that game just a case of you didn't get as much ammo as Acosta did and came back to bite you?
Just one red skip, and I can't win 2 games in a row with all numbers. I had to try some a little bit different. I got some ammo when he gave me the the +6, but it was only a blue +2 and blue reverse. So yeah, didn't get I haven't got a wild or a wild +4 yet. So remember,
All numbers again?
Well,
Except for the
no,
one-
he got a few extra in that one.
one red skip, but that's after the fact. I mean, I knew we needed blue. I already knew in the back of my head. So if I go to blue, it's GG. So we'll say it's just one of those situations. I'll learn and adapt. Been an unusual start though. 2 games in a row were unusually no numbers. I gotta dig out of this one for sure. We'll see what the bot throws game 3. G shows though.
Well, while he's dealing with the fire alarm, I don't have any questions. Unless someone's got questions there, I think we can move it on to game 3. Oh, great. I was gonna have Yoshi take the call so I could do the table.
You want me to take the call?
Actually, no, Yoshi unmuted. Okay, Yoshi, you can go and get the table set up, and I can take the call at least for the game.
All right, so for Acosta here, you just can't pick 12 for game 3. So many cards for this one?
Let's go back to 11.
All right, that's an interesting play.
That is a choice.
Yeah, maybe trying to get one back and just trying to take 11 off the table, I guess.
Could be it. As Acosta will join up first. Both players still with the power play on the board. We get into a best of 5 now. Both players join up. And we start the timer. Blue 6 is the starting card for this one. Acosta will look at what he's got, try and figure out a plan. Goes for the Ditto. Interesting right off the bat.
Yeah. Just taking those cards off the table.
As it's a zero sugar play from KT, that is your Blueberry Blast that you can get at drinkmillroadenergy.com. That is drinkmillroadenergy.com. I don't have the prices memorized. Costa now loading up, goes on the entire opposite side of the spectrum, goes for a blue 9. We'll see if KT wants to do a draw here. Does not. Plays the square root. Costa has some background noise going through the mic. As Yepez mentions, that is not. That was to. That's something else.
Okay.
Cute
Trying to fire away
Sanford.
a blue skip here, but it's just going to be a double play into blue 1.
Yep is saying Chomik and Nam were the 2 rookies that I didn't want to face alongside Captain. Okay. Interesting. We'll see if that comes up at some point.
Taking the opportunity to switch into yellow even after that double play. Maybe kind of expecting what Acosta has after that play and maybe just trying to play around it.
Might also be trying to test Acosta here, see if he has any extra blue. That would be a weird one for KT to try to do, but
well, he's going to switch into green.
As KT checks the table at the just under the 2-minute mark. Little Klimt play. He'll throw those in every once in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, oops, I clicked on the right channel. As we roll on with the greens, Acosta now with a green 6.
Okay. Back to yellow for KT
great play.
now.
Gonna test whether Acosta actually did have yellow or not. All right. No, yeah, you can't. As Acosta into a yellow 5 goes 1 down. KT now fires right straight back. Going quick here. Acosta kind of keeping his own pace, though, right now, which is solid play from the veteran. Looking for 3. Of course, KT can't use a power play until Acosta plays this first card. Goes right back to green.
He's able to do it.
KT likely has some green left over, or does that.
Yeah, that's big. Okay. The first +4 he's been able to play.
That puts KT down to 3. Costa now back up to 7 with 4 freshies. As Nam, Yepez, and Eli are having a banger chat, apparently.
It's been excellent so far. I like what Yepez is talking about.
Wow, another light switch from Acosta. KT with nothing.
Yeah, didn't expect that to happen, and here we are. Let's see how Acosta can run, if at all.
Well, if he can play here, he'd be looking at potentially getting the tie back if KT has to draw again.
Right.
Does not.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
KT's gonna definitely draw. Yep. KT very likely gonna just kind of wait till Acosta can bust himself out of this, maybe, or at least until Acosta's like close to 10 cards. Acosta gets out of it at least a little bit, so KT's still drawing. There's sugar play from Acosta as he continues to roll on the green. I'm not quite okay. So even Acosta kind of drew back intentionally a little bit. Art ain't liking the chat.
Yeah, no, not at all. I can see
As
why.
now both players are drawn.
Let's draw city. Oh, ooh, damn.
Art throwing it down to the champ. As KT now.
There's two battles going on at once: the KT, Acosta, and then Uno watch party. Whatever's going on down there.
See what Acosta has now to fight back to the green 2.
Oh, wow.
Nam says hi to YouTube chat.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
and Yepez, ouch.
Ow, man.
Throwing it to Art, ouch.
Ow.
Costa
Alright,
loading
That
up.
hurt me.
Gets
Back to
into
the
the
match.
yellow
We
again.
actually go into yellow. Acosta's gonna make that move.
That's intriguing because KT's been trying to get into yellow for a while. It's a 1-up this time. Costa with a skip,
okay.
looking for the double.
He might is he
There it
looking
is.
to switch out? He
Is.
is.
Switch.
Can't get the bot's lagging again, so this is
Bot's heating up with all this action.
Costa's leaving himself open for a power play. That's exactly why KT's checking. He's checking, does he need to power play here? Because if Acosta cannot speed up this typing and could get the run to the finish,
It completed.
does not.
It's a simple
Completed
triple
run.
play. So Casey's gonna run with this.
Oh, Costa rolling.
So is KT though. Those draws probably helped him out.
That's KT to 5. Costa for 2. Has it. Well, number efficiency. He had both red 8s.
Hmm.
It's gonna continue to maybe hoping that Acosta's gonna have to draw now.
That's, I think, what KT's banking on here.
It
They
could
are
be.
banking on at least not having a double.
Yeah, there it
There
is.
we go.
Good bet.
Sometimes that's the patient game that KT likes to play.
Patience currently.
Oh, and here we
Great
go,
play.
continuing with that as he draws as well.
Could pay off in future. We'll see.
So back into draw city now. Population, dos.
Alright. Thankfully, we are finally back. But, I'd like to thank Charles Sanford and Yoshi for taking over commentary while that was going on. But
Also, I wouldn't say that was a KT Classic after KT Classic. There, Yepez.
Where's my credit?
anyways, we are in Draw City.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of chaos going on in the VC chat.
A little bit. It's all in good fun.
Yeah, it's
Unless you're
some
Yepez,
friendly
maybe.
banter. Friendly banter.
Unless you're Yepez, then it's going for blood.
Trying to poke people's throats here. It's like,
Yeah,
ugh.
all in good fun until someone gets burned here, and we're getting really close to that.
Oh, Alex! Oh, no.
Yeesh. This is crazy.
As Costa got us out of the Draw Classic, or the Draw City a little bit. Too many words with C's. Does he have the switch off of this? That's the question.
He does.
He does.
Green 9.
Okay, back to green, which he liked before, but He was drawing on it last time we saw him.
Oh,
And
man, that might have
KT's
been why.
KT's
Red?
gonna smack that down. +2. There might be another one coming, but
Well, no, this is not going to be for red. There's no way, because he wouldn't draw on this.
I mean, it's 6
yeah,
cards.
there it
Wow,
is.
he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
+6 right there.
Cards.
Triples up.
Insane.
Solid triple play. That's Acosta back to 10, actually. He did play,
10.
so.
KT down to 6. There we go. We've hit 10 minutes.
Interesting table check from KT, and not surprised.
Yeah, 10-6. Oh, and the house blows up.
I don't know what the context behind that is, and I wish to not know. Anyways, Costa got 10 cards now, 6 new ones in there, and he's gonna start out with a potential run here.
It's way early of a run, unless he's going to swap back to, like, red or something.
I mean, if he's gonna
Red or
do a
green.
swap to get something, no, it's just gonna be a double up.
I don't mind the play,
Blue 4.
but, I mean, KT's down to 5.
Really, just with the cost, that's all about narrowing the gap, because he has been thrown a bit of a hole here. So, if they could get that card count closer, helps. So, KT's gonna be down.
Well, it
to
was a
0.
half off special there from Acosta.
Inching closer and closer.
KT down to 4 with the blue 5, so ironic enough in that.
We've seen the ammo control from KT, so I'm wondering if there could be a double up to the finish here. No, there is not. It's gonna be a draw.
I mean, I'd say we were getting into the wheelhouse for Acosta, but at the same time, maybe not, because KT usually does well on these as well. And for Acosta, the problem is he's normally about 17 minutes per game.
Some good discipline, though, from both players, actually.
KT's gonna get a bit of a break here with blue 1 here, but may not break Draw City yet. And it's not. So we're gonna still be going to Draw City here. Gonna reset the game a little bit. I mean, yeah, this is the longest game of the series so far. It just hit 13 minutes. So another breather there for KT with the blue 3, but again, not sure if it's gonna break it. Get a table check there.
Just
12
have a
5.
table check.
And there it is, yellow 3. Gonna break it. That might help KT though. Only have 5 cards, so. No! KT's on 2 color potentially, so. That's gonna be interesting.
Interesting. And Acosta roll with yellow for a little bit here without choosing a bad number.
Yeah, again, I've said it before. It's like in this situation for Acosta, it's like, especially if you don't really have anything besides numbers, it's kind of like walking a minefield here. You gotta walk on the right spots, otherwise it's gonna blow up in your face. So
Kaboom.
Well, he
think-
squared it up into a 9.
I think nine's a relatively good call there. We've seen a lot
KT
of
might
nines
just
prior.
draw on this anyway.
Yellow
Yeah,
reverse.
nope.
That might have been a bailout.
Nope.
I'm sorry, Art.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
It could have been
Oh.
worse. It could have been worse, but KT
Yeah.
does draw on the red reverse. Once the bot loads. There we go.
Even the bot didn't like that.
Yeah. We'll see if
Yeah,
this.
apparently not.
We'll
least
see if
not
this
tonight.
costs KT here, but I do have an idea of what he might be looking for.
I know what he's going for. It didn't work though.
Yeah.
He
And
was going for
gets
the
a
KT
+2 off
Classic.
the draw.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh my goodness.
And the bot's lagging on him.
Oh no. Oh
Oh,
no.
Oh,
boy.
this might be it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not even a call out. The call for Uno.
That's wild. KT,
Costa loses track of the number again.
KT, what was the draw there? I'm curious.
Not saying. Not gonna say. I'm sorry, but I did that for. I can't. I'm in tears, man, because I'm getting pissed with these hands, man. Only 1+4 in all numbers. I did the old CC Sanford. No, I don't like doing it, but I have to. I hate using these tactics in the reg season, but Costa's doing a great job disciplined. So yeah, I don't know, man. Bot's just not working with me, so I got to make sure I'm fully focused. I mean, I love EDM music, but it's not working right now, so I got to change my
Oh,
playlist.
okay. I know what you're abbreviating there.
Yeah, but I had to do it. I'm sorry, Ard, but you know what? Sometimes to win a game, you got to have some big cojones, and I decided to have some big cojones on that one and get it done. But wow, I don't know. I don't know. That's the first time that someone's won 11-11. I've won 11-11. That's rare. So see how it goes.
You know what? Fair enough. Acosta, 11 didn't seem to work again this time. But I mean, overall, that was a longer game. And kind of seemed like once you had that +6, you were kind of like playing from behind and kind of out of it. I know I had to deal with something in the middle of that game, unfortunately, which again we apologize for. But I mean, this was the same situation you were in your away stand, or your road stand. So, what do you do to try to make it a ditto in terms of your home stand and make it 2-2 here?
Mostly just I don't know, to be honest, because just probably do the same thing I did in the first game, rather. Even though I did lose that match, but rather to what KT said about him, this is the weirdest set so far because of I only had one wild card that entire match.
Wow.
So this bot really ain't doing us any favors today.
It's really testing our skill. That's what it's saying, Jill. It's really testing our skill for sure.
I mean, yeah, wilds have been really dry so far in this series. I mean, KT ended it on a green wild to end it, but at that point, didn't really matter. So, overall, interesting series so far. Sanford, I'm gonna do a quick interjection here. It's not a lot of wild so far. Do you think this keeps up, or do you think we start seeing some more wild get drawn here as we move along this series?
It's hard to say. For my Super League luck experience, I'm gonna say that if the bots just not want to be kind, the bot's not going to be kind at all. It usually seems to kind of pick, and it's usually pretty consistent. If it's not giving you cards, it's not going to give you cards. For Acosta, though, you got to change something because that's twice he's been bit on KT's Classic not calling him. So something about he needs to keep better track of the cards or something to be able to try and call him out. I know KT fired that one in quick, but at least got to try. Knowing he's at Uno.
That is true. Didn't call Uno again, so Costa gets hit twice on that. So once you could kind of get away with it, but twice it's starting to become a pattern of mistake here. So Costa might need an adjustment for that. So on that note, we're gonna go to game 4 here. I'm gonna take the call here. Costa, how many cards cannot be 12?
Let's go 13.
13, one up from the 12. So Acosta's gonna join first. And
The OG send.
OG send the D.
Right.
Alright, there's Acosta and KT will join in a bit. We'll see if the cards change a bit as we go to the rest of the series. But so far, Wild's been very dry, which is not something we usually see unless the game's like heavily on the 5 card starts. But starting with a red 1 here, gonna be curious how the draw ends up here since we've been having some complaints from both players at the start of this game. And KT draws early. Interesting. Acosta plays the red 3 the early, so he's gonna have the early lead. But interesting call here. Again, doesn't necessarily mean KT doesn't have any reds, but it's definitely a strategy play here. Or it could be he doesn't have any reds, so you don't really know sometimes. But a lot of different ways to be going right now with that draw. But we'll see what Acosta does here as he tries to play along here, and he's gonna switch to yellow 3 here.
That's gonna be a free up for KT.
We
I guess for Acosta, I mean, early on, I'm not gonna blame that one. It's a zero sugar play there from KT.
all right. Goes to yellow 0. I mean, we saw last time where that happened. KT switched the color, but this time gonna run with yellow here.
Well, knowing KT, he's gonna if he needs to, he's gonna try and find a way back onto that red at some point, just to at least nothing else test Acosta. So Alex dips. Oh yeah, head out. Okay.
Yeah. Fair enough. But,
Yellow 1 there from KT.
and yellow 5 for
As
Bessa.
both players rolling right now, so that's pretty good.
Again, a lot of numbers early so far here. We know KT usually likes his ammo control, but it's been very calm. Maybe a little too calm here, but we've seen how this series has gone so far, so maybe that's just what the draw has been, and we're getting another one of those games.
It could be working another one of those games. It could be also, I think Acosta has realized that he needs to be careful of when he gives KT the extra ammo, so obviously he doesn't want to play +2s if he can avoid it. Maybe just isn't getting a whole lot of skips or reverses, though. Acosta was loading up there.
And Acosta
This
switched
color
red
swap
forward.
back to the red
Uh,
that he switched off of. That's interesting.
yeah, and KT does play the red here.
So, interesting play from Acosta. Interesting play from KT there. He had a red now. Could have been that he got that off the draw and then Acosta had swapped, though.
Of course, that can be it, but we know the games of KT here. It could be anything.
It could be anything. Well, 8 to 10 right now on the table checkout, just past the 3-minute mark. Could be also a strategic table check there from KT just to make sure that he resets the timer.
Costa again taking a bit to get this next play going. But
Yeah, this is Costa taking a lot of time here. There
and
it is.
there's a wild. So going
Could be
green,
a situation he didn't realize it was his turn.
maybe, but
After last game, he kind of has some redemption now with some more opportunities to switch the color with wilds.
okay. Yeah. Costa taking a bit. He should have a play here. Just gonna be what is the play? Taking a bit.
Not a terrible play to take your time, especially if you're Acosta. You know you're playing a guy who's going to be very methodical about his play.
I mean, there should be a guaranteed play here, but
Unless he was on the wild, yeah. Which would be a bold choice against KT.
yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah, here we go. +2. Might be some
You
upside
a
here.
skip.
Bit of a run here.
He played the first 3 cards pretty quick.
I've been just trying to line up what run he wanted to do here, and gonna be a green 7. So I think that slices his card count in half, I believe, and yes, no, wait, no, he's down to 3. Never mind. Casey plays it cool with the green 5 here, but does it cost to keep running green, or does he draw here, or maybe even switch the color? He draws, no. So he essentially ran that dry. And Casey's gonna draw here, not a bad call.
Not a surprising call either if you're from KT.
KT loves those draws, so not that surprising here.
And firmly into Draw City, population 2.
I mean, again, like Acosta sometimes is taking a while to do these draws here. Like I have to wonder if like there's something he has that like he's wondering whether or not to play, and whether the hesitation's there. He draws again, but that's something I gotta wonder as we have those like waits for Acosta when it comes to playing the cards or even just drawing.
It could be a situation where that is the case. I can't fault him for it. If that is the case, depending on what the cards are. Oh, cost touch lead here, plus the extra point. Costa rolling.
And there's the switch, so we are off blue. Both players did get the one and green off the draw, and then Acosta does switch to the blue here, and KT's going to have a reverse here. I'm wondering if reverse leads back into the green. We have seen that before, but wondering if it's even a rainbow reverse. No, it's not going to be, but it's going to be a very long run here as he throws a +2 and a 6 to end it. So good play there. Makes it red. So
makes up for that +2 from earlier.
Yep, and that's roughly going to even the game up.
Does, yeah. Costa with a 1-card lead is with his turn. I forgot to switch the possession arrow. That's my bad.
No, it's all good. Now Acosta again with that kind of delayed load up here. Plays a red skip, so he could be a runner, could be a double up.
He hasn't shown the ability to really have a very long run. Nope.
Yeah, just
There it
doubles
is.
up. Nothing too crazy.
Not a bad play.
And plays a red 4.
The other double up.
And there's a wild here, so Acosta seems to be getting some of these wilds here. We haven't seen any from KT yet.
That's
As I say that,
well,
+4.
and a run, triple.
I have something with the commentary's curse here, so
Well, I mean, you got the +4, not a normal wild still, which is KT's kind of go-to if he can.
I mean, I will say KT is definitely going to prefer the +4 there in any situation, because that wild yellow could have been detrimental. But kind of like one of those situations where you have the wild into a +4. It's the same thing you could do. I could do better in a way. Make him draw 4 cards to boot. Anyways, Costa
I
loading
don't
up.
get the, I don't get the gift from Ard there.
Oh, interesting.
That's the fun thing about VC chat, because a bunch of stuff goes on during the game, and no one's ever going to see it unless you join the MRE UNO Discord server. Link in the description of the video. As we go back to the game, Costa plays a blue 2.
Up a little one down this time into KT's favorite number in the deck. Kind of.
Alright. But yeah, I don't.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's kind of weird of a gift to choose though.
Pelican walking into, or Seagull walking into a store. Costa switches the color to yellow. And KT says no. Goes back to blue. Good.
Interesting play.
Good card.
So I would expect Acosta to draw here.
Yeah, that's great card efficiency there. I always personally love those when you get those double numbers. There's a lot of ways you can use them. Sometimes it's a bit of a problem, but if the situation is right, it could absolutely be phenomenal for your game. So, great usage there. Might force Acosta to draw here, but we'll see what Acosta has. No, he has it of himself. Man.
Wow.
And AT says no. He throws on the blue wild.
Well, that's 3 of the wilds. So there's only one normal wild left.
So wild has not been dry this game.
It has been plentiful, yeah. That is shocking.
That's a great play by Acosta there, but KT does have the ammo to negate the situation. Hasn't been a table check in a while, so... Uno? There's a question. Uno table. Always at Uno.
Oh, it is!
Oh.
Acosta knew it, just didn't call him out.
Oh, man. If I would have just called out, because there's no penalty for it, so... So, unfortunately, that might be game if Acosta does not have anything to make him draw or switch the color. So,
oh boy.
He's learning a little bit. Just not learned quick enough.
Yeah, it is. I think just Uno call out.
it's just Uno
Yeah,
call out.
call out. There's no exclamation point.
Like that.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, blue skip. There could be a color switch here. That's the only way Costa keeps this game alive. If he can't switch the color, it's over. Or force a draw. Yeah, no, it's over.
Oh,
No, it's game.
It's probably game. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way KT lined up that finish was phenomenal, and ends up getting the win there. Costa again kind of gets bit by the missed call out there. Did think about it at first, but fortunately was a bit too slow in the call out. And as soon as KT's game plan got exposed, he made sure to cover his tracks quickly. So KT up 3-1, one more to go. I don't know how the initial draw turned out, but it seems like towards the end there you were getting a bit of ammo to help you out there. So hopefully that was a bit fortunate. But one game left. How are you feeling? You got 3 chances to close this thing out.
This is really confusing, man. The first game, that Uno draw, +4. That was it. I had all numbers again. I don't know what the hell is going on right now, but this is one of the most interesting yet fair games I've ever been a part of, right? Because I think Acosta can agree, we're kind of getting hosed, but it's like when you go into a slip and slide. We're both going down the slide, yet we're both looking at each other and like, what is going on? When are we going to get to the bottom? So I don't know what's going on. Regarding Monkey, I'm a lucky man. No, I'm an idiot. I'm not no lucky man. I play that all the time, man. You know, this is what Ghost tries to do. I really study Ghost tape a lot, and I see what he tries to do, and I just perfect it to know it's ice cold, right? I was telling Nam earlier, my heart rate doesn't get over 80, 90, because you have to be ice cold when you're playing this game. But regardless, though, I think when you go to Acosta, he's going to say the same thing. What are we doing right now? Because this is literally the most interesting game I think I've ever been a part of, and I've done this 7 times now in this league. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what Acosta thinks. Because I have the same thoughts.
All right. For Acosta, we are going to quote KT. What's going on?
I know you're gonna have to tell me that, to be honest.
All right.
But,
So you are down 3-1. Got to pull out these next 2 games to get the series win, and KT has home field next game. So that is what's going on. Anyways, you can keep going.
Honestly, probably my fault because I probably should have called it out sooner. Because I was checking his cards as to what he was doing, of not calling out Uno like everybody else has. As he said, he said what? It's not on purpose that you're doing this. I was just leaving out Uno just to maybe try to catch me off guard, even though it worked 3 times now, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean that's been the key for KT winning every game here. So every game he's won, he initially didn't call out the Uno there. This time he did get caught in the active bit, so he did have to cover his tracks. But KT up 3-1, and KT has the home field. Would you agree with the sentiment that both you guys are getting hosed with these initial card draws here, or do you have a bit of a different take on it?
I will say this is the first game where both of us got decent cards in terms of the wilds, because I believe I only had 2 wilds and probably just 1+2, I believe, from drawing this match.
All right, fair enough.
But I do agree, we kind of are getting the host, but
Basically, G, what he's trying to say is we're trying to make chicken doo-doo out of chicken salad. That's kind of what we're doing. We're trying to make some magic happen right now because it's been very. I will say, from a fan perspective, it's been a very disciplined game, which I'm sure Sanford can appreciate, and Z likes this too, disciplined style. So I'm sure the fans can appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, for me personally, I could appreciate it in the way where it seems like even though both players seem to not be getting the best initial draws, it seems like both players are getting about the same end of it. So it's kind of like fair play from both sides. So I could always appreciate that personally. Really just test who could play their cards out better, because sometimes you get those situations where someone gets a bunch of random cards, then another guy gets 4+4s. So that's not always the most fun situation, especially for the person who's on the losing side of that. So me personally, I can always appreciate a game where maybe not the best hands on both sides, but definitely a fair game overall. KT's going to have the homestand for Game 5 here. We're going to give the call to, let's say, I don't know, does Ard want to take the call? I'm not sure if Ard wants to take the call, but if Ard doesn't want to take the call, we can give it to Sanford.
Could I take the call?
No, sure. Eli, you can take the call for Game 5.
All right, who has home?
It's KT has it. He cannot pick 11, 13, and, yeah, 11 and 13. 11 and 13.
All right, KT. How many cards?
Well, I guess the 12 pack is open again, so we'll go 12 pack.
All right, sounds good.
We will go.
Set it up.
Both players still have the power play on the table.
I feel like I do know when KT might want to use it. I won't say when, but
That's gonna be his finishing move. For sure.
Well, I was gonna try to keep suspense, but if we want to go that way, then yes. And we're gonna start with a special card here, Red Skip.
I mean, if you watch enough KT tape, I think you know what's coming.
Well, I don't always like to reveal that, even if the tape show is obvious. But
the only way it isn't is if somehow Acosta pulls out a run that KT just cannot help but stop.
To be fair, I don't think KT would use the defensive power play, especially in this situation, unless the run allows him to have a path to the finish. But Red 6. Acosta draws early, so maybe no red there, but we'll see. KT's gonna run it
A
cool.
little bit of a problematic start for him.
Acosta might be urgent to get the color switch here, but he also could be playing the strategy of not revealing his hand too much early. But we'll have to see as this game unfolds. As again, Acosta definitely taken a while to play the card here. Plays a red 5, so we'll see. If I had to guess, Eli was the one who did the eyes. Nope, I would have lost money.
No, haha.
It's it's better than replying to the bot though, at least.
That is true. KT keeps it cool with the red 3, only playing numbers so far.
And he's gonna force Costa to prove that he can play red, or play off of it, one or the other.
Absolutely. Curious what the play is going to be here for Acosta. It's going to be a red reverse, so he could play it before. But what's the call here? Is he going to double up? Is he going to switch the color? Is he going to go on a run? He's going to switch the color and try to go on a run here. It's going to be a 3-bagger. So it goes to blue. I think
Nice triple play there for Acosta.
KT's going to switch it right to green also. So KT might have not liked the blue right now. Maybe he'll like it later, but again, we'll have to see. And Acosta says, no, we're playing the blue right now. So that's going to be a bit of a test for KT here, unless he has another green 7 or something else.
Acosta with the Peter plays right now.
And he does pass the test. He is going to have blue, but for how long? Goes with the blue 8.
Okay.
Not too bad. And
Double play maybe here for KT. Either a color swap.
And that's gonna be a run here. Big run. Huge run.
Quad.
And that's gonna be 5.
Point play.
So yellow 2. KT's getting close. I don't think he's there yet, but definitely within range. Maybe a little closer in range.
Oh. Well, that's going to prevent KT from being able to sneak the Uno in.
That is true. Gonna be interesting to see what the play is, though.
He did have a +2 and was trying to figure out if he needed to.
There is something I did notice. I'm not gonna say it, but Acosta with the yellow skip. Looking to maybe build a run here, maybe just doubles up.
I'd be trying to do color swap as well.
Just doubles up.
Nope. Is that game for KT?
Thanks for playing, buddy.
That's
Appreciate
it.
you.
And that's
Yeah.
gonna be it. That's gonna be curtains.
Oh boy. Ooh.
Yeah, so I don't think KT messes these up. If he did, I would be surprised. And yeah, that's fair enough. That's
I
gonna
think
be a wild...
KT moves on to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, 4-1 for KT here. It's gonna be a green 3 that ended off. So KT's gonna get another pretty convincing win here. 4-1. Only one game dropped so far in these first 2 rounds. KT, I mean, I feel like for the most part you were kind of controlling the narrative that game. How are you feeling after getting through your pod and felt like a pretty convincing fashion?
Well, you know, the bot finally gave me my favorite card in the deck, the wild card. That's all I had. And then I had a bunch of connectors and just kind of, like you said, controlled the narrative. I think Acosta I think we just kind of were in a situation where you're kind of expecting when's the hand going to come, and never came until that last game. And most of the time it was just a situation where it was chess. But you look at the minutes there from the time logs Yoshi posted. It was more of a game of just understanding that 8 to 10 minute mark, the games I won, the games I lost. You know, or the one game I lost, I saw was the +4 bail. But you know what? Fair play to the kid. I know him. He's learning a lot. I think this was his best game in the sense that he had discipline, right? Because in the Fitzy game, I studied his tape. It was straight gambling classic. And I know I had to get him off the gambling classics. So game 2, I tried to do a little gambling. I played too much into his strength. But then I went back to my home court and had to use all my 21 years of experience, and I got the job done. We're moving on, and we'll see what Brock or Curtis holds for us.
I mean, you heard it from KT.
In true Acosta fashion, he finishes one game under 500 for the entire tournament.
But you heard it from KT, all 21 years of experience. If it was 20 years of experience, we could have seen a very different situation. But Acosta, pretty disappointing loss here, but you did get the first series win in this tournament. How do you take this tournament's experience and take it into the rest of the season, hoping for potentially a further run down the line?
Oh, proud that I actually won a game, or rather a set, rather compared to the play-ins that I played beforehand. But KT held his own, because I did feel like I was definitely unmatched compared to him against Fitzy. Yeah, losing on the Leap Day kind of sucks too, Monkey, but...
It does.
You're not going to be able to redeem yourself on this day for 4 years, so...
Yeah.
I mean, you can forget about it because it won't happen until 4 years.
That's
right.
There's 2 ways to go about it. But anyways, go on.
Just a fun tournament run I had, really. Fitzy was a blast, KT was a blast. Would have loved to get into the next round, but beggars can't be choosers. But well played, KT over here for having a good match. So.
All right. You did hear it though. Costa had a good time. That's always what we're about with MRE UNO. Had a great time, winner or loss. So solid series overall. KT does get the win 4-1, but Acosta in his first second round series comes up a bit short, but does get the game win and does get a lot of experience to use to his advantage going forward. So we don't have the updated bracket pod. Not sure. I don't think is online right now, which is all good. But we're gonna take a look back at the matches for tonight. In about an hour, we will be loading up with Kev Shearer versus Austin LaPlante. Kev Shearer got the win against MGR in a close Game 7 situation. One of the most intense sets of the first round. Meanwhile, LaPlante with the big upset on the defending March winner, Peter Onjak, in the first round. He's looking to continue his incredible run into this March Madness tournament for this season. So, with that being said, is there any last comments from our commentary team before we close things out?
Not entirely. I mean, it's well played by Acosta. Would have liked to have seen him a little bit closer at least. But, I mean, it's KT at the end of the day. It depends kind of on what KT was going to want to do, but KT was always going to want to kind of get to the Sweet 16 minimum. So it's going to be a tough one no matter what.
Yeah, of course, but we'll go to the bracket pod, not updated, but KT will face the winner of DJ Curtis and William Brock, and that matchup will happen on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you tune into that one. But until then, I'm G-Man. This has been the MRE UNO team, and we thank you all for watching this broadcast. If you enjoyed, make sure you check out our Discord server where we host the league's games here, and you can come watch it in the VC and hang out with all of us. And got a lot of good things coming up soon. After this matchup, we won't be back until March 2nd. We don't have any matchups tomorrow, so until then, I'm G-Man. This has been the second round of the Rainbow region with KT and Ryan Acosta. For Charles Sanford, Yoshi Awesome, and everyone else in the call, we thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.